Every like, every comment, and every subscriber gives me motivation daily to bring you guys the best MMA content on YouTube. So go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button as it helps the YouTube algorithm. What's up, gang? Welcome back to Trippy Speaks UFC. We are the champions of the MMA content creation world. The rest of the world is just contenders. Now look, this topic was brought up to me by a subscriber a pretty long time ago. And it was after I made that Dustin Poirier video on how Dustin Poirier beats Charles Oliveira. And so usually I write a script for this, but today I'm just going to jump right into the topic just because I know it like the back of my hand. Why is Charles Oliveira so underrated? Why is he so underestimated? I mean, honestly, this guy has possibly the best submission game in the entire UFC. And he is polishing off his striking skills and becoming an elite striker day by day. And it's coming more apparent every fight he's in. And look, typically I divide the hardcores and the casuals. And I could say like, oh, the hardcores know that Charles Oliveira is good. And they're only looking at Dustin Poirier. And they're only saying, nah, honestly, even the hardcores are underestimating Charles Oliveira. Even the fighters themselves are underestimating Charles Oliveira. They're calling him a quitter. They're calling him a joke. They're saying he's not a real champion. They're saying once he faces a guy like Justin Gaethje or Islam Makhachev that can put the heavy pressure on him, he's gonna crumble under the pressure. And look, you guys, Charles Oliveira just knocked out Michael Chandler. So Charles Oliveira has that power to knock guys out with one shot. He has like 9 knockouts on his record. And look, nobody is respecting that. Nobody is talking about how Charles Oliveira can knock guys out. And then on top of that, he is polishing out his striking game altogether. He has some of the best leg kicks in the lightweight division. Charles Oliveira is a better kicker than Dustin Poirier. Yet Dustin Poirier is looked at as the better striker in this matchup. When I've repeatedly stated that Charles Oliveira is a better all-around kickboxer than Dustin Poirier is. Although Dustin Poirier holds a huge advantage in the hands, I believe that Dustin Poirier just has better hands. Charles Oliveira mixes up his striking much better than Dustin Poirier does. That's a fact, and if you don't believe that, you're just a freaking hater. Now listen, the reason why Charles Oliveira is looked at this way is because of his past. If you guys look at his featherweight run, he did have a few fights where he honestly quit in them. He quit in the fight with Max Holloway, although what a lot of people ignore is that he like separated his shoulder or some crap like that in that fight. That is why he quote unquote quit the fight. Now there's been other fights where he was quitting, but really, the main reason I'm trying to focus on is to why Charles Oliveira is not respected as the champion. I mean, the guy is the freaking champion, and people are still counting him out, saying that this is an easy win for Dustin Poirier. Dustin's too big. Dustin's all this, Dustin's all that. When really, it's very freaking even. Anybody can win this fight. Now, like I said, Charles Oliveira had a tougher run, arguably, than Dustin Poirier has. I mean, the guy has been in the UFC for 10 years, and just got a title fight and barely won it against Michael Chandler, who is now 2-1 in the lightweight division. So everybody was saying how Charles Oliveira has a lot of quit in him, although he was borderline knocked out against Michael Chandler in that first round and then came back to win. Honestly, I just don't get it. I just don't get why this guy is so disrespected, Whenever I look at Charles Oliveira, I see a complete fighter. I see a guy who is working on his wrestling, isn't the best wrestler, but he has it, who has an amazing jiu-jitsu game, who can honestly submit Islam Makhachev, everybody's golden boy in the division. He has a high chance of submitting Islam Makhachev, and he has the kickboxing to stand with anyone in the division, and I mean anyone, except for, your most accurate strikers, but still, he can stand with them, stay safe. The other reason why Charles Oliveira is underrated is because of his chin, and I get it, okay? I get that a little bit. Charles Oliveira gets cracked, and when he gets cracked, he typically gets hurt, especially when the striker is very accurate. So that brings up a lot of people in mind that should be terrible matchups for Charles Oliveira, such as Justin Gaethje, obviously Michael Chandler, Conor McGregor, and possibly Dustin Poirier. But look, Dustin Poirier doesn't have that kind of power of a Justin Gaethje, Conor McGregor, or a Michael Chandler. Some people even say that Islam Makhachev is a nightmare matchup for Oliveira, although Islam Makhachev's best way to win that fight is through the ground. So that will just make it interesting. A lot of people just sleep on the skill set of Charles Oliveira because of his rough run in the UFC and his tough fights at featherweight. Mind you, the guy was fighting at featherweight. The guy moved up to lightweight, and then after, quitting against Paul Felder, okay, I'll give you that, he then went on a surgence, and now he's at the top of the division. The time when I stopped underrating Charles Oliveira was when he beat Kevin Lee. That's when I was like, okay, this guy is legit, because the way he beat him. Now, let me know what you guys think. I just wanted to make this quick video. Yes, your boy is back, and I know you guys are going to ask me, where's the podcast? Why haven't you been posting? Two things. YouTube copyright and my microphone broke. Even now, it sounds like I'm recording underwater, but we'll address that in the podcast after Aldo versus, what's his freaking name? Rob Font. We'll discuss it more. The next video will probably be a breakdown of that fight, so tune in, stay tuned. It's been your boy Trippy, and I'm out, man.